I just got to Brianna's house. She has a pretty dope IS300. She asked me like, hey, you know what? I have this code. I don't know what it is, but my car reeks like gas. I'm gonna introduce Brianna to you guys. Ta-da!
Hello.
It's like girl and girl bonding time. There has to be an issue as to why the car reeks like gas. That noise right there, like you want to put your hand in it? Look, try it. Just put your hand right there. Feel air? Then I'm just gonna replace this entire hose. Look, it's sold like this with the entire back cover and everything. Okay, now we're gonna turn on our car. There we go. Check engine light, gone. Now officially you have no check engine light, and I'm so glad your car does not reek like gas anymore. I'm so excited for you, Brianna. Cars are extremely unpredictable. At any moment, a check engine light can pop up. And that doesn't necessarily mean it can be an issue with like your engine, but it can be like a number of things. Like a transmission code can pop up, a body electrical code can pop up, an SRS code can pop up, you know? And sometimes when you're in a situation of, you know, you're driving in the freeway and it pops up, like you kind of freak out. And you wonder, like, what is it? Do I have to stop right now? You start, like, you know, looking around your car if you hear anything, if you feel it, like, vibrating abnormally, you know, and you sometimes, you know, you worry. You're, like, worrying that whole time, and then you're kind of thinking, like, what should I do? Now, sometimes it's not too serious, but then most of the time it can be serious. So that's just one of those things that when a code pops up, check it right away. You go put some gloves on. Visual inspection is always first. Wow, this is literally like the cleanest IS300 that I have seen. It is the 2JZ GE, so it is a non-turbo engine. Definitely a full depth video of how to even get the full diagnosis to figure out why the car reeks like gas. That noise right there, like you want to put your hand in it? Look, try it. Just put your hand right there. Feel air? You see?
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah. Yeah. So it works. Now for the third step, we're gonna run that smoke test, and we're gonna see if there are any leaks that hopefully we can catch. Now, if we don't catch any here in the front, since everything is looking pretty good, then we'll probably catch a leak in the back, and that's what's gonna be the goal with this test. You wanna hold it really quickly? Let me go get the oil. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we've been letting the car smoke for probably like, I think like 15 minutes now. So we're gonna check underneath and see if we see any of that smoke leaking through the rear. All right, well, let's see if we see any smoke. And if we do, trying to make sure nothing's coming out of the gas tank. But everything looks good down here. There's no smoke. Okay guys, so we don't see anything leaking. But what I will do is we're gonna just take off those 8 nuts that are down there. And then from the trunk right over here, let me show you guys. There's actually a door. And from there we can actually review all of the lights. The lights look fine from downstairs, but you know, maybe we can check like those solenoids. Sorry if I break your car, Brianna. Brianna just called me a couple of hours ago. I did recommend going with the OEM EVAP charcoal canister rather than an aftermarket brand because, you know, you never know. I mean, sometimes aftermarket can be good and can exceed OEM quality, But for a part like this on her Lexus, I do just recommend going with OEM. I was actually looking through the market and I seen that some of the aftermarket brands are a lot more expensive than the OEM brands. So I was a little shocked about that. But she got it in already. I'm actually on my way to her house, and then we're gonna start putting everything back together and we're gonna see where it goes. Now, the beautiful part about this process, right, about everything that we're doing here, and the reason why I'm collaborating with Innova for this project is that she thinks that she's paying for, you know, the part and then my labor fee for helping her out. But in reality, it's all going to be taken care of, and I think that's like the most beautiful part of this. And like, I'm so excited for it because, you know, like I know she's been kind of struggling a little bit. She has 2 twin boys, so I know she's struggling a little bit with like finances and taking care of rent and like helping out her mom. And I feel with that because like I'm in the same situation, like helping out my mom. So it's like, oh, I know exactly what that is, you know. And sometimes it's hard to like even save up or like take care of expenses like for others on top of like you having to just take care of like all these other things and all these other bills, right? So I just can't wait to like tell her and then see the look on her face. I'm so excited for that. Okay guys, so this is the part and this is how much they charge. Well, no wonder it's $500. Look, it's sold like this with the entire back cover and everything. Hardware already installed. It's like ready to go, just ready to install. You know what I also like about this too, guys, is that it has all brand new hoses on it, and I think that that's really nice because then that way, in case like while taking out the old one, you know, if you damage any of the hoses, at least this actually has the new one. So it's just literally like you install it and it's ready to go, and I don't have to like modify or do anything to it. I didn't even know that it came with these hoses, so I think that that's really nice. Car's ready to go, and we're gonna start with the installation. Okay guys, first things first, we're gonna get the electrical wires out, and we're gonna leave those to the side since we're not gonna use that cover. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna remove the hoses on here and then install them into their main points here, and then probably get back to the unit and then just install it all together. Gives me a little bit more space to like work on it from this area. Alright, and there we go. The new hoses are now in place. Everything is set. And actually, as for this hose, the EVAP line hose, so I'm going to connect this while I have the unit inside. But first, we're going to put the wiring back into this port, and then we're going to connect all the other lines. There we go. I'm going to start with connecting this line first because it's the much larger line. And actually, it goes through the bottom. This main EVAP hose, it does not have a clamp. It just literally slides into the port, and as long as it goes in and it seats all the way to the end, well, it'll be fine. Come on, get in there. I have this hose here that connects here. There we go. We have this hose that connects here. You're gonna hear it click. So we got that one, we got this one, we got that one, we got that one, the 2 connectors. Now we need these 2 hoses left. One goes here and then one goes on this side right here. And then we're pretty much done, and now we could just seal it to the bottom. So then we'll install the 8 nuts all the way around, and then we'll be good to go. And then we'll see how the car starts. All right, let me check out. And there we have it. Okay, so now that we have the charcoal EVAP canister installed, I'm gonna come back up here in the front. And since the hose that was not connected in the first place right over here. So the thing is that I'm just gonna replace this entire hose and then clamp it because there was no clamp right here in the bottom. This thing was like super stuck on there. I felt like it just like, you know, fossilized on that freaking port. So we're gonna use this pipe to mock up this pipe that we just took out. I'm gonna cut it like probably like right here, and then get about the same size like right there, and then that'll look good. And then we'll replace that one, so at least it has you know, a new hose, and there will not be any issues in the future with that. Around the inside like that. Guys, so I wanted to show you before I bolt it all together. So we have one nut that would go there, and that's like the top left corner of it. And then there's one right on the bottom, which is right there on that side. So there's 8 all around. So then the next one would be like right there, right next to that one in the corner in the bottom. I'm still at the bottom, so you can see that one still right there. You could see this one. We have one right here in the corner. We're getting to the top right corner where we have another one right there, like by that line. And then we have one, it's in between all these hoses here. To get that nut in, it's better if we go on this side, so like on the left side of the differential case, and then coming in this way, so you could see that one right there, that one right there, and then the one right here. All right, it's looking great. That's nice. Now we're gonna close this up. We're gonna get this car down. Yeah. Okay guys, her car is done, and now I'm gonna delete the codes. I'm excited to see her reaction. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna turn on our car. There we go. Check engine light. Gone. Beautiful, and it sounds great. Now, when I was discussing with the Innova team about, you know, doing this project, about doing this charity work for someone that like needs it for their vehicle and to like help out and give back to the community, we thought it would be a great idea to also gift an OBD2 scanner. So today we're going to gift the 5410 to Brianna, because that way if something happens with her car and you know she's on the go, she's driving, then at least she can plug this in right away and she can know exactly what's wrong and she won't have to worry. And it's just one of those things that I highly recommend, that if you drive very often and you know you use your vehicle pretty much to commute and you get around in the same car, you should definitely have an OBD scanner, especially if it's a car that's just kind of like always in the shop, you're always fixing something, check engine light is always going on. It's really important to have one of these, so at least that way if something does happen to your vehicle, you can plug this in. You can do a little bit of research. You could already know what your car has, and that way the research really does save you. So if you need to send your car into a shop or you want to try to tackle it yourself, at least you could kind of always get a head start and, you know, see what's going on. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's scary, sometimes it's not, but this is a great thing to do, and I think this is like amazing that she's going to be able to have her own scanner, and she actually just got home, so let's go and let's give it to her. Now officially you have no check engine light, and I'm so glad your car does not reek like gas anymore. I'm so excited for you, Brianna. I'm so excited. And see, you got to learn a little bit. That was the best part of this.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious, how much did you pay for the part again?
I'm trying to find the receipt. It's like $577.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. So this is actually what I'm gonna do. No, it's okay, put it away. I'm actually not gonna charge you for any of this.
Oh, no
And
way.
I'm actually gonna give you a reimbursement for the part, yeah. Really? So what I'm doing here with Innova is we're sponsoring the work, and you know, I'm just so glad that I was able to show you a little bit more about your car, so now you know. And awesome. Now your car's fixed, you don't have any more codes. But yeah, this is all gonna be taken care of. And this is just us giving back to the community, because I know sometimes, like, especially women, you know, they need help with their cars. They just need a little bit of help to get around. But yeah, so we're going to sponsor this work, and you don't have anything to worry about. Now you're going to be the owner to this 5410.
Yeah.
It's an OBD2 bidirectional scanner, and it can do pretty much everything you need. So yeah, I think it'll just kind of save you if you ever like get another check engine light and you kind of freak out, and now you can plug it in right away. And yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Bye, Brianna.
Bye.
She absolutely loved it, guys. I'm so glad everything went well. The entire procedure went well, and this is a really good vlog. So I will be leaving the link for the 5610 and the 5410 down below. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please ask away. Stay tuned, take care, and we'll see each other for the next video. Bye.